Swoosh! Swoosh! Hey, I'm Black Dragon, and welcome to another edition of Black Dragon Biker News Network. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. Hey, man, it's 2 days after Christmas. I hope you guys were good and you got some stuff for Christmas, because if you didn't, well, that sucks. Maybe you can work on it for next Christmas. Anyway, we're going to do something different. Hey, man, for the new year, we got some really great stuff coming. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. I got my co-host, Mike Ball.
What's going down?
Also my producer that's back in the studio over there in California. And what we're going to be doing is all kinds of cool stuff. First of all, we're going to actually get on a schedule. I had to finish my new book. We had to get on a schedule now. So we'll come out the same.
Oh, really?
And all that stuff. So like, share, and subscribe. Join us. We got some really cool stuff going on, man. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. Man, I can barely hear you, Mike. Good morning.
Good morning. Why can't you hear me?
What's wrong with your voice? Oh, I know what's going on. I know what's going on.
Trying to make it seem like it's my problem.
I gotta cut.
You gotta bring my volume up. Is that what it is?
And what I have to do is give you your own volume on my board. We got to figure that out.
I don't know why your stuff loops through your board, because, for instance, like your intro that just happened, the very beginning of that, you couldn't hear anything. I don't know why it does that.
I don't know. Yeah,
it just cuts out.
This is the best board in the business.
I know. I think you're running it through the board when you should be running it through your actual computer. That's the difference.
We've got work to
otherwise
do.
you're looping, but it doesn't matter.
See,
this is producer stuff right now.
Yeah.
But we do it live.
But we do it live.
That's the difference.
We do it. Hey, guess what, Mike Wall?
What's up?
It's finished.
Yes, finally. You know, I'm on the phone with you all the time, every day. And this man is like, man, I got to get back to it. I gotta sit here and write my book, man. It's nonstop. So congratulations to Black Dragon.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It is.
Yeah. Look at that. It's beautiful.
It is finished. My 7th book is now out. It is where
can we see it? There it is.
Revival of the Women's Social Club Movement, Lifting as We Climb. It is the 6th book in the Motorcycle Club's Bible series, How to Run Your Motorcycle Club. In this case, Social Club. So here it is, the Social Club's Bible, Revival of the Women's Social Club Movement, Lifting as We Climb. And the purpose of this book is to show women who are involved in social clubs. Now, you see this mostly on the Black Biker set. This is, they don't really have social clubs other places. I mean, they're just now starting to get them. I do happen to know there's one major 1% club on the white side that just blessed a Black women's social club not long ago, within the last few months. So the sets are starting to get smaller, and they're starting to combine a little bit more. But when you're a woman and you come into a social club, and for those of you who don't know what social clubs are just believe it or not, I mean, some of you guys might find this incredible, but there are clubs of nothing but women out there, and they have colors, and they have sergeant-at-arms and road captains and presidents and treasurers and secretaries, just like a motorcycle club. They just don't have motorcycles.
Right.
And they hang out on the motorcycle club, kind of like a support arm of many motorcycle clubs. They party with us. They hang out with us. They
just on the set like that. Yep.
And but they have their own president and sergeant at arms, or their own entity. And so there sometimes are a lot of problems that come with them coming onto the biker set and not knowing how the biker set operates. And then there's and not knowing stuff like, what is a nomad or what is a sergeant at arms or whatever the case may be. So this book is written for them. The Social Club's Bible, Revival of the Women's Social Club Movement. Well, we have to talk about that part, Revival of the Women's Social Club Movement, because this book goes into the history of the women's social club movement in America. It's the sixth book in my Motorcycle Club Bible series. This manual teaches hang-arounds, prospects, and full patch sisters of women's social clubs the history, protocols, rules, and principles of the Black Motorcycle Club set, thus empowering them to successfully navigate its social and political climate. It also revisits the historical Black women's clubs movement in America, focusing today's social clubs toward improving the African American motorcycle set, communities, and social construct. So this is the book, The Social Clubs Bible, and I believe you get an opportunity to actually look inside of it. I don't know.
Do me a favor and drop the link that you have at the very top there. Drop that URL link and
where it is?
For the book where people can buy it.
Oh, how do you do that? Let's see.
You go up there at the top, copy and paste, and put it in the post a comment at the bottom.
There we go. Well, that's what I have a producer for.
Yeah.
There we go.
Look at that.
That's the link right there. It's in there.
It's hyperlinked.
And then here's a sample of the book. You can read it. So here's chapter 1, chapter 2. So chapter 1 introduces the social clubs on the Black motorcycle set. Chapter 2 talks about the history of social clubs. Now, the history of social clubs is so crazily interesting because social clubs existed way before biker clubs. I mean, they come from slavery, and it's really crazy because Black women who were not slaves at the time, who were women of means and actually had money. People don't know that this existed, but there were free Blacks during slavery, and there were rich free Blacks, and these women would come together in like a little social club kind of group and go to the slave quarters and do things for the women, like never forgetting where they came from, like never forgetting their race, never forgetting their responsibility to the culture. They would put together feeding programs for children. They would put together clothing drives so that the slaves would have clothes. They would have courses. They would teach. It was just amazing. Sometimes even putting their own freedom on the line to help those that were less fortunate than them. So the social club structure in the United States, the social club structure that we see in Black motorcycle clubs on the Black club set, biker set, this actually came from someplace, which was the Women's Social Club movement in the United States of America. So it's really kind of crazy, man, that we have that going on. And then chapter 3 speaks of the thing that we call the progressive era. And the progressive era is where all women's social clubs, there were white women's social clubs back in the day too. And they were all towards women's suffrage, women getting the right to vote. All this kind of stuff came out of what was known as the progressive era. So we talk about that. And then we talk about all of these huge clubs, these members that started them. And then we get into the understanding the motorcycle clubs and the biker sets. And this thing goes on and on about everything that you need to know to be a woman on the biker set, how to prospect. It talks about motorcycles, where they came from, the passion of why we do all this. Then it explains the beginning of motorcycle clubs and gives you a complete history of motorcycle clubs and how they work and where they come from and all the pieces of them and how they go together, so that when you come on the biker set, you're educated. We talk about everything from protocol, MC protocol. We introduce how to go into a clubhouse and how to act in the clubhouse and behave. All this stuff. All
in one, huh?
All in one book of, 352 pages. Something like, what is
incredible.
It? 85,664 words.
I'm proud of you. Look at that.
And you can just go. Yeah, you can go to Amazon or my website to get your autographed copy, but you can go to blackdragonsgear.com and it should be up later today. That's where I want you to get it from, blackdragonsgear.com.
Yeah,
but
that's the best place to get it.
From Amazon. But right now you can't just type Social Club's Bible. It hasn't become like it's only been up for like 8 hours. So you have to type the whole thing, Social Club's Bible, revival of the women's social club movement, lifting as we climb. And that will get you to the Social Club's Bible. 6
Two
years,
enthusiastic thumbs up on that. Absolutely. We're done with it.
I think I decided to write this book 6 years ago, something like that.
Wow. I mean, that's some dedication, really. I mean, I saw when you started a lot of these books, but it's always a journey, right? Every time you write one of these books. So I'm sure that, I watched you do it from the very beginning to where it is now, out and actually published. It's incredible.
I'm telling you, it's like birthing a baby, man. I don't know. I can't say that. I can't because I've never birthed a baby.
It is its own, story.
Men could, like, women make it like it's such a big thing. We could birth a baby, right?
Yeah, right. I wouldn't want to. No, nah, no way. I lost a leg. I think that's good enough.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And me, I have a finger.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're an amputee as well. Yeah. You keep doing this. You keep doing this.
I don't do this. I put them together, right?
It goes like this, He tries to, extend it. It's all good. It's all good.
You want to
listen? Do I need to kick some ass?
If you hit him with that thing, right? That contraption there.
That contraption. Yeah. 6-figure leg.
Yeah. How many? I mean, how often do you have to replace that thing?
Well, I had one that was very similar to this. My first permanent leg, and you have to go through 3 legs to get to that point. And so, yeah, it's kind of like a whole process.
And each leg is 15, 20, 30 grand.
So yeah, it's kind of like all in one what it takes to get to that point of permanent. And that whole ordeal, yeah, I outgrew that leg. It's supposed to be every 3 years your insurance will actually give you a leg. But that's what it's covered by. And now, of course, you're not going to get the highest end stuff, but still, this one I had to like do out of pocket. It was very expensive.
Are you going to get the blade that you can run on like the?
Yes, I actually have a sponsor that gave me, an actual running leg. Yeah.
Running leg, they call it.
Yep. Yeah, it's a running blade, Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a.
But anyways, with the legs, I outgrew my leg because you're supposed to be able to survive with it for 3 years with no problems. I outgrew mine by 2.5 years. It only lasted me 6 months.
So when we're doing Think Tactical, we need to add, some James Bond kind of stuff to it.
Well, imagine what I could do.
Come out of it or something,
Trust
oil,
me.
Somebody's chasing you, turn the oil on, they slip behind you, something.
I'm straight bionicle. I'm a robot.
You don't know anything about the Bionic Man. You're not even old enough to know.
No, not really.
Yeah. Lee Majors. No. Yeah, youngster. Lee Majors in the Bionic Man.
I'll let you have it. I'll let you have it.
Yeah. You got to see it though. The Bionic Man was cool. This astronaut had a wreck and he lost his arm and everything, and they turned him into the Bionic Man. He was a Superman, and they always showed him running in slow motion. Never mind.
Yes, man.
We didn't have any news today. Like nobody's done anything. Nobody's killed anything. The motorcycle,
which is a good thing.
Is all is well and all is right in the motorcycle set. It's all well, it's all beautiful, and it's all right. And let's just hope it stays that way. So I thought we would do some motorcycle club protocol today. What do you think?
I'm down with it. Let's see. Like, let me minimize.
Yeah, how to build your motorcycle club resume. Yeah. So what is a motorcycle club resume? What does that all mean? How do you have a motorcycle club resume? You see, a guy sent me a message the other day on TikTok, and he said, actually, he sent it to me maybe about a year ago. I just read it the other day, And he said, when you get that that patch, you're supposed to do something with it. And I meet so many guys that don't do a damn thing with it. Especially the toughest of them. The toughest of them in some of the major clubs. This guy puts on this patch, and you saw him yesterday. He was so nice and respectful as a prospect. Today he comes in swaggering and starting shit.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, you're the baddest thing that ever existed, and you ain't done nothing except survive prospectship.
Right. Accurate.
And what you're on is you're on the accolades of the brothers that went before you. You should still be quiet as a church mouse. For the next year and a half, you shouldn't have anything to say. You should be quieter than you were when you were a prospect. It's amazing to me how these guys want to rest on the laurels of those that went before them, not understanding that when you put that patch on, you're not a Superman. Some of these guys step into the phone booth like Clark Kent and step out full patch brother. Dun 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 dun. It's full patch brother.
I'm here, full patch brother, to the rescue.
He's trying to do a use case, guys. Don't worry about it.
And it's crazy to me. It's crazy because that's all you are. You're a full patch brother with a bare chest. And in the Navy, we used to call them butter bars. You're an officer. You get your first little gold bar. Looks like a little stick of butter on their little gold stick of butter. You got your little butter bar, and now you want to tell somebody what the hell to do. And you haven't been on a submarine like 8 minutes, but someone told you were an officer, so now you get to tell somebody what to do. Basically, what we tell you to do is sit down and shut the hell up and listen, watch and learn, and maybe one day you might be able to be competent in telling somebody what to do.
Man, that part.
That right there. So that little seaman who's an E1, you're an O1. That seaman who's an E1 or an E2 has been doing his job for the last year and a half, and you just walked on the submarine talking noise. That guy knows. That guy's wearing dolphins. He knows more about an entire submarine than you're going to know in the next couple of years. So, yeah, be quiet and earn your stripes. Right? And so that's what you should do in a motorcycle club. The club is bad. You ain't. The club is famous. You ain't. The club has done what it's supposed to do to be where it is. You just got here. You ain't got no resume, and the resume doesn't come in the talking. The resume comes in the doing. I give a damn about what you got to say, about how tough you are and who you are and what you've done, or what you're gonna do. You ain't done nothing yet. You ain't nobody yet. And so how do you become somebody? How do you do? A lot of people, they want to run out and they want to build a name for themselves. You never get a name for yourself when you're out to build a name for yourself. You only get a name for yourself when you're out to build a name for the MC.
Facts.
Building a name for yourself is always fruitless because you're not doing things for the right reason. You're doing things for people to see me. And that's why I always say so many MCs have become see-me's. See me, see me, see me. They should have the such and such, instead of MC on their back, it should be SM. see me and all SM for small-minded, retarded people walking around. Look at me, look at me, look at me. People look at you when you're doing something, when you have motion, when you're moving forward, when you're accomplishing things. People see you. When you're bragging or bullying, people hate you. They hate you and they can't wait to take you out. They can't wait to have that camera on you, that cell phone camera, when you're acting the most stupid.
Yep, or make a political play on you.
People seldom break out the cell phone camera when you're doing the right thing and you're doing because doing the right thing is mundane. Doing the right thing is
what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, it brings no special recognition because it takes what we used to call in the Navy sustained superior performance. We used to have a saying in the Navy, you're only as good as your last aw shit.
Yep, that's 1,000%. My dad told me that same exact quote. That's a 1,000%. That's a fact. Man, I have lived that in my whole career when I was out at sea. That was the same thing. And you could have a $1 billion mistake when you're handling, multi-billions worth of cargo. And yeah, you are only as good as your last aw shit. That is a fact.
So, in order to be something someone that's great, you have to have sustained superior performance. Few aw shits, more attaboys, attaboy. Fewer aw shits. And you can have 100 attaboys knocked out by one aw shit.
Yep.
So how do you get attaboys? How do you build your resume? How do you build yourself? You build yourself by finding ways to be productive within the MC. What does the MC need? One of the first things a motorcycle club needs is riders. One of the reputation builders of a mighty MC is the fact that MC has riders. If you come to an MC and you don't ride your motorcycle with your patch on, then what the hell are you doing for the MC? Now, only thing that's happening for the MC is that it's carrying you. It's there for you so that you can throw your patch on every now and then and be thought of as Superman, Clark Kent, who stepped out of but you're not doing anything for the MC.
Riding the coattails.
You're just a hanger on. The MC is not being benefited by you. It's the other way around. So one of the greatest things that you can do for the MC to build your resume up, MC, motorcycle club, not car club, not pedestrian club, MC. When the MC needs to show up somewhere and then MC needs to be counted, MCs are respected because of their numbers and the strength of the wall. We were talking about Spartans the other day, and the idea, and one of my very close 1%er friends gave me a call yesterday, I believe. He was talking to me about. I get a lot of calls, so sometimes it's hard to keep him straight. But he was talking to me about the strength of the Spartan, and that the Spartan strength is not in his individuality, but in the fact that the Spartans could form a wall and this shield, because one man standing to the next and each man able to put that shield together. This made an impenetrable wall so that each man singularly was just a regular old man. But once they came together as Spartans with that damn wall, then it became crazy. It became, oh, okay, so we know what's going on right now.
In uniform, they're all unison in uniform.
Yeah. So Spartans,
What is your profession?
Wow, there you go.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The Spartan was, and in that particular scene that I just played, the idea was, we didn't have a lot of Spartans, but the Spartans were the Spartans were soldiers. That's what they did for a living. So this guy's a baker, that guy's a fisherman. They've all come to fight. They've all come to be in the war. But you only brought this many Spartans. Yeah, but we're not fishermen and bakers that are doing this part-time. This is what we do for a living. This is who we are. So when the guy said, Spartans, what do you do?
Spartans, what is your profession?
We should be able to say to a motorcycle club, Bikers, what is your profession? And you have one guy in a car. What the hell?
Yeah. You're not in the battle. Stay out. Stay on the bench.
What the hell?
We benching you. Yep.
Yeah. So that's the first thing. That's why whenever my show comes on, I always let you hear what we're here for. You hear that engine just whining? Doesn't that make you like,
This man's need for speed here.
It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful. And that's the first thing that you do. You ride your two. That's the first sign. That's the first resume building tool. We get down on these twos. Rain, sleet, or snow, it really doesn't matter, baby. We're going to always ride in an MC. Next thing an MC needs is an MC needs to be trained. If you know better, you do better. You take your time to learn and educate yourself about, one, your bylaws. If you don't know your bylaws damn near word for word, you're no good to the MC. You because you're no good. You cannot protect the MC if you don't know the MC's bylaws. You see some idiot doing something that's against the bylaws, and, well, I don't know, that's the prez. He said do it, and so that's what we're doing. Whoa, man.
You need to follow some sort of guidance, and that's the whole guidance handbook.
We're not blind followers of Hare Krishna or somebody. We're not Moonies. Well, some of us in motorcycle clubs are. We're just following whoever the great cult is. We're going to follow the Hell-Bop Comet and everybody commit suicide. You were just a baby when that happened out there in California where you're from. It was right around the corner from my house. I lived about a mile from that place.
Yeah.
When all these people rented this $1 million mansion, like 40 people went in there and killed themselves in the mansion. They were just following. That's what happens when the blind follows the blind.
Wow.
When there's no leadership, where there's no, the leader's a dictator. Whatever he says, go. Let's just all kill ourselves tomorrow. Sounds good.
Crazy.
And so if you're in your motorcycle club, I follow my prez. I hear Sergeant at Arms all the time. Whatever my prez says, and I laugh. It's like, really?
Weak.
That's why I wrote this book, Sergeant at Arms Bible. This book is to tell you what your responsibilities are as a sergeant at arms. Yeah, you're responsible to protect the president. Protect the president. But you're also responsible to protect the MC.
And uphold its bylaws.
And when the president falls afoul of the MC, are you still protecting the president? Yes, if you're some sort of goofy-ass follower. But if you're a real sergeant at arms, you might have to pull the prez to the side and say, look, man, don't make me find your ass. Don't make me pull your patch. This is about the MC. And that's how you build your resume. You build your resume by being there all the time and being righteous. Being there for the MC, riding your motorcycle. You also build the MC by making the MC capable. You build your resume by making the MC capable of doing the MC's duty, the MC's mission. And the MC can't do the MC's mission if the MC ain't got no MFing money. So one of the basic tenets of making sure that the MC has its MFing money is paying your dues.
Yep.
You got to pay your dues. This is part of building your motorcycle club resume. Well, this is what we call the minimum requirements of membership. What are the minimum requirements of membership? The minimum requirements of membership are making your club runs, paying your dues, and making your meetings. These are the minimum requirements of membership in any organization.
Some are weekly, some are monthly. You know, it just depends on your bylaws within that club or organization.
These are the very most minimum things you can do. And if you're not doing those things, then bro, you ain't part of the MC.
Right.
You're just a hanger-on to show up and I'm tough and you're going to do blah, blah, blah because if not, I'll go get my brothers. You ain't fixing to do shit by yourself.
Damn straight.
Because you're not a leader even among them. You're not respected even. You know, I've often run into cats in clubs that ain't respected by their brothers. They come by and they give you a whole ration of BS. And when their brothers will come by, hey, man, don't worry about that guy. We got him. He's a turd. He's barely struggling to keep his colors. You don't even know your brother said something like that about you.
Yep. Sad, but true.
So how people feel about you is directly proportional to what you put out and what you give and who you are as a club brother. You got to do the basic things, ride your motorcycle, show up for meetings, pay your dues, and make your mandatory runs.
Unfortunately, everyone wants something to be given to them. It's always take, and never like giving themselves selflessly to the bigger part of what we're supposed to be moving towards. But unfortunately, a lot of people do join these organizations to take. You know, oh, I'll get my brothers, like you said. Like, you ain't fixing to do none of that. You haven't done anything to make it where we respect you at that level of being able to use those kind of resources for your aid.
Well, unfortunately, we see a lot of clubs do it because the clubs become hostage to the lower. You're only as strong as your weakest member. And we're seeing clubs today become hostage to the weak links in their motorcycle clubs. We're seeing clubs today become hostage to their weakest members. And it's sad. But you take in weak members, you become a weak motorcycle club. And a lot of times we see these clubs taking in the trash from other MCs. Used to be if you were put out of a motorcycle club bad, nobody would touch you. Nobody would touch you.
There was no excuse.
There was no, he got put out bad. He can't come over here.
Game over.
You got to go back to that club and get an out good standing. Now it's, we don't care, man. They don't know what they were doing. You're out.
Yep.
Come on over here. We got a home for you.
Yep.
You're just making your own club weaker. Just making it weaker.
Remember, it's desperate. It's desperate because a lot of these clubs just take in whatever they can, whatever is handed to them, and they'll just take anybody that comes our way, which is a mistake. You're supposed to vet these people, and yeah, not everyone's going to fit your organization. you know, and I've seen clubs that don't deny anybody. Like, that's crazy to me. Then how is this exclusive?
Well, some clubs are not exclusive. They're not meant to be exclusive. And I'm not looking for exclusivity from a non-exclusive club. If a club takes everybody, I don't have a problem with whatever your mission is. Some clubs are going to be hardcore outlaws, killer clubs, and other clubs are going to be riding club kind of social things, and a particular level of brotherhood is not expected. And it's okay. That's okay. It's okay to have a motorcycle club with no rules and no dues. Used to be a motorcycle club. I don't know if it's still around. The No Rules, No Dues MC.
I heard of that. Yeah.
But the funny thing about it is, I didn't believe that for even half a second. You're gonna have some rules and some
capacity.
But I understood where they were going. But I bet I never really interviewed one of those guys, but I bet if you really looked into it, there were some rules. Might not have been any dues, but there were some rules. And if you're going to be in any organization, there's going to be some dues. The dues may be just you giving of you. That's a dues. It can be a dues, especially if you're the one paying for everybody, then you might not call it dues, but you're paying your due.
Damn straight.
It's an interesting thing, but building your resume in a motorcycle club first starts with the giving, and it begins with you giving the very basics of membership. And we're not even talking about now what does it take beyond that. Like, a motorcycle club must grow. How many people are you bringing to the club? How many chapters are you starting? Many motorcycle clubs say we don't recruit, but there's some kind of recruitment program going on, even if it's just taking people that are coming to ask you if I can join. If you're so famous and your name is so big that people just want to come join you, but there is somebody's got to be managing that. Somebody's got to be checking out those people and vetting those people and making sure they're good for the club. There should be some sort of way that you're growing your club. Anything that stops growing starts dying. Anything that stops growing starts dying. So if your motorcycle club ain't growing, your motorcycle club is dying. Ain't nobody going to live forever. You're not going to ride these motorcycles forever. So what are you doing to ensure the lifeblood of your club? What are you doing to ensure that your motorcycle club is going to go to the next level? What are you doing? If you're sitting around in a meeting and people are talking about the finances and they're talking about the next thing and they're talking about the next plan, the next, and you're just barely holding your hand up and voting and all this, that, and the other, and you walk out the door and you don't realize what's going on with the club any more than when you came into the meeting. You are worthless to what we're trying to do around here. You're absolutely worthless. You're about as meaningful as breasts on a bull. Like those things do nothing. They don't feed anybody. They don't do anything. They're worthless.
Just a nuisance, to be real.
They're hanging out down there.
You're just a sandbag. You're just a sandbag.
Yeah, you got to look after them, take care of them. They hurt. But all they're doing is hanging out down there, doing nothing.
A weight.
You got like 8 of them on you, just hanging on you.
Imagine. Yep. There's a lot
now
of
the
them.
female cow, hers actually works. She's feeding other cow, and you and me too. I mean, we're all drinking from her.
Facts.
But on a male, they're just a hanging. Worthless. Are you a worthless breast on the cow body of your MC?
Good question.
Are you just hanging out, swinging in the breeze, just a swinging, taking up space on the chest? Or are you a chest muscle, helping the bull get on down the road? I'm loving my analogies today.
Yeah, you're on point today. I'm getting. Dwayne says they just wear a look at me patch.
See me, like I said earlier. MCs are becoming a whole group of see me's. See me. See me. I'm going to ride on the reputation of this esteemed MC and spend a whole MC career in here and not do a damn thing like a breast on a bull.
Worthless.
To go fat, encrusted, oxygen taken up, titty. That's it. Yuck. I'm not a breast, my friends.
Hell,
I'm a muscle.
That's right.
I've done something for my MC. When you can look at your career and say, you know what? They didn't have that till I came. And they didn't have that till I came. And they didn't have that, and they didn't have that, and they didn't have that chapter, and they didn't have that tradition, and they didn't have
that patch.
That patch. I designed that patch right there and the tradition that went around it, and it got accepted. Oh, look at that, man. I designed the Snow Bear Disciple patch. And now brothers in my club will ride 5 states in the freezing tundra just to get
February.
To prove that I did that. I designed that right there, and everybody embraces that, and that's part of them. I got those chapters. I got that member right there. I got that member right there. I paid for that room in the clubhouse. I put that paint on the building right there. And then you never say a word about it.
Yeah, right. That's the key, is not sitting there and bragging and being braggadocious.
You don't say a word about it until a SOB walks up to you.
And it's game on.
The nerve to disrespect you.
There you go. That's it there.
And the first thing they say is, well, Black Dragon, you always say never say I. And now here you are saying I. I will damn sure say I when I got to talk about your punk ass and what you ain't done. Because who am I going to compare it to? Because I will never ask you to do something I haven't already done, or I wouldn't do, or I wasn't prepared to do. When I followed my military leaders, them bros, they had it. They had done it. You don't get to go to boot camp and teach somebody how to jump out of an airplane and you ain't jumped out of one.
Right. Oh, my God. And isn't that the truth?
When you're in the damage control room and you're telling somebody how to fix flooding, and when a flood happens on a submarine and you're 500 feet beneath the ocean, you got seconds.
Yeah, there's problems
to fix
big
that.
Problems.
And so the guy that's teaching you, he absolutely knows what he's doing. You got to lead by example and experience. And the military is very great about putting leaders. Now, I'm not saying they ain't got no effed up ones, but they're very good about putting leaders in front of you that are capable of getting down and doing the damn thing. And motorcycle clubs that are like paramilitary organizations should have, and many of them do, that same kind of leadership role throwing down. So I'll tell you in a heartbeat, yeah, man, I started 5 chapters. How many of you started? Then what are you in my face for? Get out there and don't get mad.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get angry. Don't be mad at me. Go do something.
Yes, that's a fact.
I had a guy tell me, Black Dragon, I'm so sick of hearing what you've done for you're sick of hearing because you haven't got sick of doing. So of course you hate to hear everything the other guy did. You don't want to hear it because it requires of you work if you're going to match it.
Lots of time, energy, resources of your own.
What's the what do you call those things? Work equals what? What is the formula? Yeah, what is the formula for work? What is the formula for work?
I'd like to hear
work
this.
Equals FS, force displacement. Is that really the formula? What is the basic formula for work? Oh, here it is. To express the concept mathematically, the work W is equal to the force F times the distance W equals F times D. How much force do you put down for what distance of time? Distance in time. How long did you put that force down equals the work. Force times distance, and distance equals time. How long did you push? How hard did you push? How long did you toil? How far did you toil? What challenges did you overcome? What issues did you solve? What traditions did you birth? How many miles did you put down? How many prospects did you train? Even if you didn't bring one damn prospect, how many did you train? How many presidents did you train? How many sergeant-at-arms did you teach? How many brothers did you counsel? How many times did you show up in the middle of the night to put somebody's motorcycle on your trailer when you had to go to work the next day? How many times did you drive 13 hours overnight to go pick up a brother who wrecked in Arkansas and you brought his ass back home and went back to work the next day? How many? How much work did you do?
Right on.
And if you ain't done no work, bro, how can you possibly, in a good spirit, wear that patch and keep wearing it?
Right. Do you feel bad for wearing that patch? Do you feel bad? You know, because you just take all day long. Like, you don't help out. You don't do anything. You don't contribute. Even your time. Even time. That's not enough. That's crazy. It's mind-boggling to me to be a part of an organization and not give to it. Isn't that the whole point of joining an organization? We put all of our best attributes into the middle together and we rise together. Period.
So, how do you build your motorcycle club resume instead of looking over at the other guy? You know, so many people could be Michael Jordan, except that so many people won't work like him. He used to get to the stadium hours early. So then the guy right now who is the king apparent is
Michael Jordan?
That kid now, the one that's now in LA. What's that kid's name? LeBron.
I mean, he's not a kid to me. That's why I got confused. I'm like, well, is there a new kid out from school that's insane or something?
Yeah. So, but they say that this guy gets to the stadium like 3 or 4 hours earlier than everybody else.
There's a difference when you show up. You're the first person to show up and the last person to leave.
You ain't gotta. You're Kobe Bryant. You're LeBron James. You don't have to show up to the studio to the court 4 hours early. You do if you want to be the best.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do if you want to be the best biker in your motorcycle club? And I don't mean you got to give up somebody's got, I got to give up my family. I can't have my wife or not. No, but you do have to concentrate. And the guys who have done that are hated by the guys who have not.
That's true.
And not everybody can go be the baddest recruiter in their motorcycle club, but you can be the best at something. Maybe you're the business manager and the only thing you have time to do is make sure that the alcohol count is right, that the bar is backed, and that everybody has everything they need for bike night to run. Do that the best you can. Be the one that can be dependent on. The count is right. No money stolen. I'm making sure that the beer is here. All our licenses we need are. I have taken this on, and there will be nobody better than me at it. And somebody will say, "Well, how many clubs did you start?" Well, I didn't start any clubs, but I tell you what, We never been busted. Nobody's ever come in. We never served alcohol to anybody underage. I've made sure that our taxes are paid. Everything has always been done correctly on my watch.
Mm-hmm.
This is how you build your MC resume, by giving to the MC, making sure that the MC's bylaws are followed. One of the worst things I see people, well, I don't want nobody not to like me, so I'm just not going to say anything in the meeting when they're screwing over somebody. You're no good to your MC. You got to go down with the ship fighting for a brother, even a brother that nobody likes. Yeah, well, I don't like him either, but we're going to treat him fair because this is what we're about.
Absolutely. It should be. It doesn't matter how your personal feelings is. It should never get in the way of what's right for the MC at all times. You have to think what's best for the MC, whether you hate that guy or not. That's your personal beef. Put that to the side for the betterment of the club. Simple.
Anyway, I think that's my 2 cents for today. It's important that people know why we're here.
Spartans, what is your profession? Spartans, what is your profession? Spartans, what is your profession?
Bikers, what is your profession? Motorcycle Club brothers, what is your profession? We are here for the MC. We give our lives to the MC, are all for the MC. God, family, job, MC. You are my brother. I will put it all down for you. You are my brother. Call me first thing in the morning, and I will be there. Aru, aru, aru. Call me in the middle of the night, and I shall come. Aru, aru, aru. Need me to have your back, and I will be there. Aru, aru, aru. Let somebody talk noise about you on the phone, and you're not there to defend yourself, and I will stand up for you. Aru, aru, aru. Let a brother disrespect you, and you're not there to defend yourself, and I will be there for you. Aru, aru, aru. Let somebody decide that you don't deserve the bylaws and the fair treatment of the MC, and I will stand there for you. Aru, aru, aru. Because I am a brother of this MC.
Spartans, what is your profession? Spartans, what is your profession? Spartans, what is your profession?
Make sure to get my book, The Social Club's Bible. You can get it on Amazon, Kindle, hardcover, or paperback, or you can order it, your autograph copy, at blackdragonsgear.com. It'll be available later today. The Social Club's Bible, Revival of the Women's Social Club Movement, is the 6th book in the Motorcycle Club Bible series. This manual teaches hang-arounds, prospects, and full-patch sisters of women's social clubs the history, protocols, rules, and principles of the Black MC set, thus empowering them to successfully navigate its social and political climate. It also revisits the historical Black women's clubs movement, focusing today's social clubs toward improving the African American motorcycle set, communities, and social construct. Hang out with us, man. We're going to be doing great stuff coming up in the future. My co-host, Mike Ball, Insane Wheels, WHELLZ, is his YouTube channel. He's also on Ball Valve Television, Ball Valve TV, on Instagram, Facebook, and all other social media platforms. I'm your host, Black Dragon of Black Dragon Biker TV. Thank you for helping me go beyond 140,000 subscribers, over 70,000 subscribers in the last month or so. It's freaking crazy. And also Black Dragon Biker TV on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Hey, man, we got a great new year coming. I'm Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Thanks for tuning in, and get skinny. And now we go to commercial. Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.